gotta keep it cute and classy.
You see, she is out here grinding it out, and people would be like, oh my God, there's Derrah. You moved to Norfolk like hundreds of miles from Orlando.
4 states away, as my mom said.
Wow.
Before now, I had never been away from my family for longer than a week. I don't want to ever stop working. I want to keep having something that gets me up every day.
So we are here with Miss Derrah Gather, Hampton Roads weather lady, Emmy Award winning forecaster. University of Florida alumni, Orlando native. She's been in Hampton Roads, Norfolk for about like a year and a half now. Has it been 2 years?
Not yet. 2 years will be next May.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Yes. So she's been at WTKR for a minute now. Graduated from University of Florida in
2024.
There we go.
I almost said 2020, but that's when I graduated high school.
Oh, period. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, period.
Yes.
So yeah, she's been at WTKR for some time. Very positive light. She's so positive. When you meet her in person, she's just like such a bright light and just like such a positive person.
Stop.
You would be like, oh my God, this girl is so positive. But how has your journey been at WTKR, and how has your journey been like after college? So like you graduated from college and moved straight here, right?
I did. So I graduated from college and then I moved here and started working 2 weeks after.
Wow.
Like 2 weeks exactly from the day I graduated.
Okay.
And I did that because I was feeling ambitious. I also thought like, oh, they're going to do a summer weather special and I want to be a part of that because I know the past few weather specials have won awards.
Right.
And so I wanted my name in the pot. And thankfully when I joined, it was smooth for the most part. They asked me to join the weather special. And
that's good.
it ended up winning an Emmy this year. So
congrats.
that all worked out.
Yes.
Amen. I'm thankful to God, obviously, for that opportunity.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it's definitely been a long journey so far.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So actually, so she just won an Emmy, right? So the night she won an Emmy, I was kind of like watching the program just to see.
Were.
Oh no, yeah, that's how I found out.
I wasn't even watching it. I found out through a DM from April, one of our former meteorologists.
Oh my gosh! Wait, so I probably found out before you found out.
You did,
okay?
Because I was working that night.
That's right. That's right.
So,
wow. Yeah. So I was like following the Emmys that night very closely. My mentor, Barbara Sierra, she was honored that night. So I was only following because of her. And so then I see you and I'm like, shout out to my homegirl. She got an Emmy, right? So how does it feel to be an Emmy award winning journalist? Did you already have an Emmy or is this your first Emmy?
This is my first Emmy.
Yeah.
I won some collegiate awards, but never anything to this caliber.
Yes.
And when you're coming into the business, you're told like the Emmy's the highest award you can win.
Right.
So I'm not gonna lie, being so new to the business, and like, yes, I did want to be a part of the Emmy Award weather special. But at the same time, when it actually happened, I did get imposter syndrome. And that's something that I feel like sometimes I still struggle with. Not as much, but especially right after it happened, I was struggling with like, oh man, do I even deserve this? How is it happening this soon?
Yeah.
But I have amazing colleagues and mentors who reassured me that, no, you've worked hard for this.
You actually mentioned something that I didn't know. So you wanted to be a reporter before you changed your...
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I did. In high school, I graduated and I was like, okay, I like public speaking. I, had dibbled and dabbled into doing something maybe with international relations.
Yeah.
But I knew I wanted to do... I thought about it.
Hold on. You're like a jack of all trades. So international relations, a reporter, and then you told me you were a pharmacy tech.
I was a pharmacy tech. That was like my job that I had my first 2 years of college. And because of that, I thought maybe I'll be a pharmacist.
Yeah.
I thought at some point maybe I'll be an astrophysicist because I always liked science. Like I always liked science.
Yeah.
And I always liked public speaking. But I literally...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
You like public speaking?
I do.
Okay, period.
Yes. I would say like... Now maybe it's gotten the best of me when I like see a big audience and like but like I did musical theater and things growing up. Like
really?
That.
You were a theater kid?
I was a theater kid and I was an orc dork. I played the viola competitively for years.
You like acting?
I do.
Oh my God. Yo, we could be best friends because I love to just be a character and be theatrical.
We are best friends.
Okay, period.
Yes.
I did not know. Wow. So, like, you were acting on stage and just.
Yeah, I was in musical theater performances.
Wow.
I even did one local commercial. I did a lot of like behind the scenes. I went to the Lisa Maley School in Orlando to learn TV performance and things like that.
So when you were on stage, did you just like get in character and it was like lights, camera, action, go?
Yes, that was my safe space.
Oh,
I would say between that and playing the viola, that's what I enjoyed the most.
Oh, you played? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're amazing. You're like a jack of all trades.
No, I just I did cheer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just did everything to keep myself busy.
I love that.
And that's kind of why it was so hard for me to pinpoint which career do I want to choose, because I'm I love science and I love public speaking.
Yes.
And I don't know, whenever I figured and found meteorology, it just clicked. It combined both of my interests.
Did you cheer for UF?
I didn't.
Okay.
I wanted to, but I didn't have enough tumbling classes to do all that.
Okay. I want to go back. So I know you were interested in being a reporter when you went into college. Mm-hmm. What made you say, I don't want to be a reporter anymore. I think I want to go the weather route?
I would say two things.
Yeah.
So initially I was like, okay, I want to get involved in my campus newsroom. That's why UF was on my list, because they have one of the best college newsrooms in the country. I might be biased, but we're one of the few newsrooms that air live on TV every day. We competed with the local station. We had 5 o'clock newscast on PBS. So I got a lot of exposure because of that. And so
wait, pause. So you were like a local celebrity in Gainesville?
I would get recognized sometimes.
And people would be like, oh my God, there's Derrah.
They'd be like, you look so familiar. Are you on the news? Because I also worked part-time at the ABC station. Wow. So that's kind of what set me up on air. Yeah, I worked weekends there.
You see, she is out here grinding it out. Okay, so you had a whole reel ready to go your senior year when you graduated.
Yes.
Oh, that is amazing.
So that's kind of what set me up here.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were like, oh, she just graduated college. She's fresh out of college. But I did have a job before.
Who said that? No, we're not even going to go there. But no, that's dope.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh, wow. Okay, so how did you land in Norfolk?
It was because of that.
Yeah.
So I had my internship at West True News in Orlando.
Oh, that's a top station.
It was. Okay. And I had amazing people that I worked with. I still keep in contact with some of them for today, and they still give me really great advice.
Yes.
So that set me up for my reel that ended up me getting the job at WCJB TV 20. It was with Gray.
Okay, gotcha.
The ABC station in Gainesville.
Okay. That is amazing. Oh, so what was that process like your senior year, trying to figure out what station you were going to go to? Were you applying to a lot of places or reaching out to a lot of places? Did you have a mentor that helped you out, or how was that process?
Yeah, I had a lot of mentors that helped me along the way. So many people really stepped up to help me, which I really appreciate. I applied to a bunch of places. Wow. I knew that, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know if I was going to get a job. Yeah. And so I was just like, well, I accepted the fact that it's my first job outside of college, so I could potentially be anywhere.
Yeah.
But Norfolk did pique my interest because it's by the beach, it's by the water, it's on the East Coast.
Yes.
I'm 4 hours away from my closest relative here. He's in Annapolis, Maryland. So I'm just all good things so far. I just didn't think I was going to get this job because it was such a high market, top 50 market out of college. That's not common. And so I applied and they gave me 48 hours to decide.
Oh, wow. That's quick. They put pressure on you.
They did.
Okay.
And so they were like, we have other candidates we're considering, but we want to give you the preference. So I basically was just like, either I graduate early to take this job opportunity because I don't know if I'm going to have another opportunity in a location that I really actually enjoy.
Yes.
And so I ended up to take the leap because it was in a location that I figured that I would actually enjoy.
And that is so real because so many people out of college, some people just say, I want to go to a small market, but to go to a top 50 market, out of college was
and
like
see, I wasn't
really
opposed
good.
to it.
Yeah.
Like I was definitely open and honestly expecting it.
Right.
But when you're basically expecting that and you're given an opportunity for something that is like quote unquote unrealistic, and you don't know if you're gonna get that opportunity again in the immediate future at least. I mean, I couldn't pass it up.
Wow. Okay, wow. So you graduated from UF, University of Florida, in what month?
That was in May.
In May, okay. And then you started at WTKR News 3 in May?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Like, girl, it was literally
like
2 weeks later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I graduated on I started on May 20th, but I graduated from college on, I want to say like the 9th. So.
Wow, okay. Yeah. So then you get to WTKR. You moved to Norfolk, like hundreds of miles from Orlando.
4 states away, as my mom said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were your parents nervous
or
like excited or just like nervous?
My
like,
dad
my
was
baby's
excited.
Leaving? Yeah.
My dad was hyped. He's originally from St. Louis, went to college at Clark in Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
And moved to Tennessee and then Orlando. So he like never went back home basically. So for what I was doing wasn't out of the ordinary for him.
Yeah.
But my mom, all of my family lives in Orlando on my mom's side. They never left each other's side.
Oh, that's nice. So y'all are close knit.
We're very, very close. I've
really
never lived outside of Florida until now.
Wow.
And I've never been, like before now, I had never been away from my family for longer than a week. I will say, like, I think that was the hardest part about the job.
Yeah. Have you faced any, like, I don't know, like challenges, like being so far away from home? Yeah.
And it's definitely like, I'm thinking, you know, even in college, like I was going to college 2 hours away from home.
Okay.
But I would go back every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then toward the end, when I wasn't, you know, under such a demanding workload, I was going back every week. Like I was just driving up for class and then driving back down. So like I'm very close to my parents, with my grandma, with I have 2 younger brothers, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. Like we're all very, very close.
Right.
And so, you know, I've found a struggle in having to fly back home because you can't get a flight that often.
Like, what advice? So you're amazing and you're doing such a great job. People speak very highly of you. When your name comes up in rooms, I mean, it's never anything negative or bad said about you, which is really good. And you're doing so good, right? What advice do you have, like, to younger journalists or journalists in college or who have recently graduated who are still trying to navigate their way into the industry or in the industry?
I think that you have to want it.
Yeah.
And I wanted it so bad. Like to the point where I was sacrificing weekends and saying no to like going to parties, which is a bit extreme, especially when you're in college because you get that experience once.
Right.
But to be able to balance working at a professional station while on my senior year of college, like I was working weekends at that station, so like weekend evenings at that.
Yeah.
And so while everyone's going to the football games and tailgating, like that sucked, having to say no to that stuff. But I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Oh wow!
Had I not sacrificed things like that. So
you were focused.
I was locked in.
I love that.
So you have to really want it, and I think that's why I'm where I am today because I wanted it so bad. Like with everything inside of me, I wanted it. And
wow!
So I think that hunger inside of me is what got me where I am today.
Yes, come on, dog. I mean that in a positive way. Wow. What's your goal like 5 years from now? Like, you know, once your contract is up in Norfolk, what are some cities that are on your radar or even career paths that are on your radar?
Yeah, I like that question because so many people ask that. But I don't have a plan. Yeah. I kind of want to just go with the flow and see what happens because, you know, I worked so hard. I left everything and everyone that I know and love in Florida. And so I know that maybe my path won't lead right back to Florida right away. But I want to go as far as I possibly can. Yes. Because I feel like I've worked so hard and sacrificed so much that, you know, why stop now? Right. Like I want to keep going and get as high as I possibly can.
That is amazing.
So.
Yes. do you think maybe network or like ABC News?
I wouldn't say no.
CNN,
yeah, I wouldn't say no. Definitely not.
Wow. And then I know you mentioned New York, like one time we were casually talking. Could you see yourself living in New York?
Maybe? I've never even been to New York, so.
Oh, word.
But
okay.
I mean, I had never heard of Norfolk before I took this job.
Oh, that's okay.
I had never even been to Norfolk before I accepted the job. So what's another city that I've never been to, you know? That's what I see.
Right. Tell me, like, what's your career goals like maybe like 4 or 5 years from now?
Yeah, so that's funny you asked because as of 2 days ago, I'm like having another midlife crisis. I've said like this is probably my 14th midlife crisis.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, originally I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my master's degree. I'm realizing, you know, a lot of news directors don't care about the master's. You don't get paid more for that anyway. They care more about your certified broadcast meteorologist seal.
Yeah.
And I've realized, you know, wait a minute, I'm only 4 classes away from having that seal. And so I think like, right?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So now I'm just like, man, I'm in grad school to get my master's degree, but I could take the faster route and get my certified broadcast meteorologist seal.
Yeah.
So I think that's the route I'm going to take right now.
Okay.
Get the seal, by next summer, hopefully become certified, pass all my tests, and then continue working toward my master's because I'm thinking ahead. So post TV, retirement. I don't want to ever stop working. I want to keep having something that gets me up every day that I have to go to and get ready for.
Right.
Maybe even if it's not every day, maybe even if it's part-time, but I want to be a professor. So I do think the master's is going to pay off at some point because I want to go into the schools and help with their television programs, specifically with the meteorology students, because I feel like at that point I'll have helpful tips to offer.
Yes. Wait, so walk me through that process. I always find like weather people, forecasters, meteorologists like so fascinating, right? So even like maybe students who may be watching, what is that process like? Do you have to get a journalism degree or like a science related degree? And then you talked about being sealed. Like, walk me through that whole process.
Yeah, so I only have my 4-year degree in journalism, a bachelor's of science in journalism.
Okay.
The science part did come into play because I took classes like economics and probability and statistics and things like that. I initially thought I wanted to be a reporter, so it was to the point where when I realized, I want to do weather, my university didn't even offer a bachelor's degree, and they ended up offering it literally the semester after I graduated.
Oh, my heart would have been crushed.
So that's why I'm in the situation I'm in now, where I'm wanting to go back to school and get my degree. But typically, if you want to be a meteorologist, you just need a 4-year atmospheric science degree.
Oh, word.
So it could be in meteorology or geosciences, anything like that.
What's the certification that you're getting now in order to become a meteorologist? What's that called?
That's when you see the meteorologists on TV.
Yeah.
It's that black and gold AMS seal, and that's the Certified Broadcast Meteorology seal.
Okay.
So you have basically 4 years of curriculum that you're taking. So you have to do up to Calc 3.
Right.
Most meteorologists who get their 4-year degree go up to Calc 4. You have to do things like thermodynamics and dynamics and cloud physics and synoptic meteorology and all of those quote-unquote hard science classes, and it is a lot of math, a lot of calculus, and I don't like math, but I'm getting through it. I finished Calc 3, so I feel like a smooth sailing from here for the most part.
Well, shout out to you, because I don't like math.
I don't either, and that's why I was discouraged from becoming a meteorologist at first, but I realized, no, you don't need that every day. You just have to get through it in school, but once you're past that, it's all right. You'll get through it. It's just important to use when calculating where a storm's moving. That's essentially what the radar is using to calculate futurecasts.
Right.
And so it's important to understand, but we have AI and things like that to calculate now.
Yes.
I know that's a controversial topic, especially in the weather world, and like AI and things like that. But the realistic fact of the matter is that you're not going to need to use calculus day to day in the job.
Okay, I was always like so fascinated, like how do you all actually like forecast the weather? Like do you have to come in early to forecast the weather? Do you look at a computer? Do you have a system that does it for you? How does that work?
So all of the above.
Yeah, okay.
It really just depends on your schedule. So for me, I like to keep work at work, and really I, prioritize separating work and home. But I will say on the day that there's severe weather, you kind of have to bring that work home. So you want to make sure you're forecasting ahead of time. So some people start it at home, some people go in. We look at different websites, so it's really up to your preference. But it's essentially coming down to the different models. So we'll look at the European model, the GFS, the American model.
Oh, wow.
We'll look at a blend of all of the models called the NBM.
Okay.
And we look at basically a bunch of different model outputs. We're basically using our best scientific outlook. A lot of people think we're just guessing.
What do you enjoy doing for fun?
Oh, I love that question.
Okay.
I love going thrifting. I love eating ice cream. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm obsessed with ice cream. I'm literally staring at my ice cream maker in the kitchen right now.
Come on, Ninja.
Yeah. I love ice cream. Ninja Creamy, shameless plug, sponsor me please. But I love ice cream. I love going thrifting. I love going to the beach, which is what attracted me to this location. I love trying new restaurants. I have like oodles and oodles and oodles of restaurants that I like rank and I put in order. And I make itineraries for when my family and friends come to visit. I want to take them here. I want to try this. And I like traveling and exploring.
Yes. So this is like my restaurant friend. We go to like so many different restaurants together,
and the list grows every time we go out because I'm like, oh, I see this place and I want to try
let's go there, which I love. Okay, don't you, I love having like a friend that you can just go to a restaurant with, like, hey girl, you want to go here, you want to go there. And you mentioned you want to be a professor, right?
I do. So once I hit 65, we'll see how wrinkly I am.
Okay.
So we're retirement age. We'll see what I look like. And I have to get off TV. But so yeah, I definitely want to like work with somebody's broadcast program with the meteorology students and pour back into them like my professors poured into me.
Yes. Okay, period. Yes. Follow her on all social media platforms. She's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and she's dope. Bye,
You're
guys.
dope.
Thank you. See ya.